Hello, people. How are you? Welcome aboard.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
Are you fine, guys?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Thank you very much. I am okay. I am fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, I had some technical issues with my laptop, so a little bit late, but I think that is not a big problem. Now, as I shared all of the questions and links and everything before, the best option is to always check the questions, topics from Google Classroom. I shared Google Classroom a couple of days ago, I think, I don't know. I am not sharing the topics more often. Everything is there. You can see the whole topics and date and time. So you can simply try to follow those things. Now, let me just share the screen. Okay. And today's topic is about architecture. Architecture or building design. Starting with, iPhone, Anapia. Is your name Anapia?
Yes.
Amazing. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Kyrgyzstan.
Very good. So what is your level?
My level is elementary, maybe. I'll begin.
Elementary, I see. That's okay. So what is your relationship with architecture or building? Do you like designing? Are you interested in architecture?
I liked design. I liked to draw, but now I don't interesting for it.
I am not interested in right now, you say?
Yes.
Are you a student? Do you work?
I'm a student and I work too.
You're both students and also you're working, right? What do you study?
I study international relationships.
International relationships, amazing. So that is okay. Now, of course, we are talking about architecture. You're interested, but not that much. Now, let me ask the same question from Mr. Abdul. Hello, man. How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm good, sir. Yes, sir.
Amazing. Where are you calling from?
I'm from India.
India. Very good. So what is your opinion about architecture and building design? Are you interested in architecture and designing?
No much, sir.
Not that much? You're not
Yes,
interested?
Sir. Yes, sir.
I see. That's okay. But of course, today we are going to talk about, hold on a second, talk about architecture. Now, yeah. And I can see there's a new member here. Guillermo. I hope he's having, he can hear, he can talk. I don't know. It takes some time, a couple of seconds to join. Going back to Anapia about question number 1, maybe you can see it right now.
Yes.
What kinds of materials are buildings made from? Any ideas about it? What sort of material?
I know, but I don't know how to
say it.
How to say it in English.
That's okay. What about Abdul? Do you know anything about it? What kinds of materials are buildings made from?
Yes, a little, I know.
Like what?
Like sand, bricks.
Brick, sand, okay.
Rods.
Mm-hmm. Clay,
Yes, sir.
clay,
Or
concrete.
concrete.
Mhm. Good, good. Amazing.
Some.
Mm.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. And the next person in a row is Guillermo. Can you hear me? Do you have my voice? Welcome aboard. I think, I mean, the person is still having problem. Next question goes to Anapia. It is about, is there one type of building material you prefer in buildings, or there isn't? Do you understand the question? Is there any type of building material that you prefer in building? For example, some people like the wooden part. Some people like the glass. Some people like the tiles. Some people like the bricks. I don't know.
Yeah.
The concrete itself. What sort of material do you like to see a lot in a building?
Maybe tree.
Tree, like wood. You want to see wood, right?
Wood.
Wood,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Like decorations or what?
Like bookcase.
Very good.
Window.
Window, yeah, wooden window.
Door.
Okay.
Door.
Oh, obviously doors. Majority of doors are made of wood. Yeah, yeah. Any other stuff? Maybe cabinet in the kitchen. Yeah.
Yes.
Normally the cabinets are based on, you know, the wood, or maybe some other material.
Yes.
Very good, very good. Or of course, there are some other precious, valuable stones. I forget the names of those specific stones, but they are really precious and expensive, but beautiful, Yeah, thank you. The next person in a row is Mr. Abdul. What about you? Is there anything in a building that you want to just you're interested in?
Yes. Yes. Some tiles in kitchen.
Tiles.
Or, yes. Or sir, most like wooden
Objects.
house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wooden
Wooden house
objects, wooden material.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Amazing, amazing. The next person is, again, I hope this time this person can answer. Guillermo, can you hear me? Are you available and audible?
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. I can hear you well.
Very good. I called you a couple of minutes ago. I think you had some problem with your microphone or some other stuff. Now it is okay.
Yeah. I have a little problem, but now, yeah, it's okay. I can hear you well, and also I hear another problem that was talking.
That is amazing. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Peru, South
Peru.
America. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I know it based on the football.
yeah. It's in my country. Football is it's a major sport. Everyone like that.
Exactly. Of course, we remember like that. Very good. Speaking of architecture, are you interested in architecture and building, the designs, this kind of stuff? Are you into this?
I like to traditional architect made built by wood.
By wood. Okay, wooden objects, wooden things, you mean?
Yeah.
All right. Just wood. Wood.
Just wood. Just wood,
Oh.
because it's more comfortable
Yeah.
for a home.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you very much. I will talk to you again. The next person is Janus. Janus. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Hey, my name is Janus.
Janos. Very good. Good to see you here. Where are you calling from, man?
I'm calling from Germany. I didn't know this was a lesson, but since I'm already here, I will join in a round or two.
Amazing. That is okay. It is not a lesson. It is like a speaking club, online speaking club. Which WhatsApp group most probably are you joining from?
That was English in the blood.
English in the blood. I see. Very good. Very good. So of course, I mean, every week there are some topics every week on Saturdays or Sundays around 7 p.m. based on time in Turkey. Normally I conduct meetings. Of course, after the meeting, you can send me you can PM me. I can share the links and everything. You can join. Right now, I think you can see the Google Classroom.
Yeah.
This is from Google Classroom that I made. People can have access to all of the questions and topics and the date and the time exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I used to share the questions and everything. It is so difficult for me to deal with all of this stuff. That's why I created this Google Classroom. Whenever I mean, whoever wants, they can join and see what is going on. Sometimes they say, okay, of course there's a meeting, but the topic is not my favorite, so they do not join, or vice versa. They say, okay, I definitely need to join this topic, this Zoom, because the topic is my favorite. That is why people can see and they can feel free to join. All right.
Okay,
perfect. Speaking of architecture, are you interested in architecture and designing, specifically building design?
I am. Not that I know a lot about it. I do know what I like, though.
For example, let's say, what sort of materials are you interested in let's say, for the interior design, interior architecture?
I like old brick houses where the bricks are still exposed so that it looks old and like rustic.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I think that looks really good with wooden floors and just a fireplace maybe in there as well. Absolutely.
I mean, I wanted to say that this concept is very, very popular these days, nowadays, in a lot of restaurants, or specifically cafes in Turkey. You can go there and you can see, as you said, exposed bricks, which people, I mean, those places have become source of pictures. They go and take pictures, from modernity into traditional, which is really interesting. Totally right. Totally right. Thank you for this answer. Let's go back to Ms. Anapia with question number 3. It says, what kind of style of buildings do you like? Traditional, modern, crazy, functional, etc., etc., futuristic maybe? What sort of style of buildings do you like the most, Ms. Anapia?
I don't know if this is part of architecture, but I like vintage.
What is that? I have no idea about it. I mean, what sort of buildings are you enjoying? For example, let's say, Janos said that, Mr. Janos said that I enjoy the sort of buildings which I can see bricks coming out, like exposed. Or I think he said like traditional buildings maybe. How about you? Are you in favor of traditional architecture, modern, sometimes crazy, sometimes, I don't know, minimalist, sometimes artistic, I don't know. What sort of buildings really absorb your attention?
I think I like minimalist. Minimal.
Yeah.
And I don't like crazy style. I am interested to Korean culture because I like
Korean TV series.
yes.
I see.
Because I like minimal.
Yeah, minimal stuff, minimal design or architecture. Amazing, amazing. Next person is Mr. Abdul. Please go ahead. How about
Yes.
you? What type of buildings do you like the most?
So I like traditional and modern both.
Modern and wooden, you mean?
Traditional and modern both. I like.
Traditional and modern. Sometimes tradition, because these two are in the opposite, in contrary. Like how can I say?
It depends on my mood. Yes.
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
Yes.
There, very good, very good. The next person is Mr. Guillermo. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Well, it's it's okay, Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Guillermo. Why? Why?
Okay. The L is silent. I should not pronounce it. Guillermo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for me, I prefer a building between traditional and modern.
Very.
Yeah. By exterior, I like to see a house that is built traditionally.
Traditional.
But when I enter that house, I would like to see a modern style. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So you mean that it should be kind of combination of modernism and traditionalism. Combination of that, in a kind of, in a kind of artistic way. It depends on the architect to design it. Yeah. The architect should be very clever, experienced to combine these two opposite concepts. Yeah, some of them can. Yeah, thank you very much. And let's talk to Mr. Janos about the same question.
Could you please repeat the question?
Yeah, question number 3. Yeah, question number 3. Yeah, what kind of style of buildings do you like? Did we talk about that? No, we haven't.
No, we talked about the interior materials.
Exactly.
I in general like just old traditional buildings. Here in Germany, we have a lot of wooden buildings where you can still see the timber inside, like the wooden structure. I really like that.
Very good. Yeah, I mean the wooden stuff. I mean, of course, whatever we do, sooner or later we will go back to our traditional. Really, I don't want to just go deeper in this topic, but what I see specifically here in Turkey, there are some really great, how can we call them? Yeah, bookshops, not just book. Yeah, combination of bookshops and stationery and some other stuff all together. They call it like, it's a kind of brand here, like DNR. Maybe you heard. In the DNR, I can see some old gramophones, not just old one. I mean the modern gramophones with the modern style. So we are in 2021. We are still seeing those traditional objects in a reformed, redesigned version, and still people are interested in. Do you understand what am I talking about? So again, there's a kind of vicious cycle always going around. Yeah, no matter which year we are in, we are almost trying to go back again. There's like a circle, like a circle. Totally.
And there,
Mhm.
I think there are some things that won't go out of style anytime soon.
Yeah.
You mentioned the old gramophone, the
Yeah.
record player. Also, just vinyl players. That has nothing to do with architecture, but I think those are still in style, and vinyls are coming back as well instead of
Yeah.
CDs or cassettes.
Exactly, exactly. Of course, we love that because whatever, I mean, let's say there are some new objects, new designs, technology come, we kind of get bored. That is why I think, me too, me included, that is why we are always trying to find something new. Maybe in this case, in this scenario, those old stuffs, old objects become very enticing, very absorbing for us. That is why we go back to how can I say, satisfy our needs. Our needs can be our curiosity, right? We are so curious to explore, to see, to feel something new. So those old objects for new generation, even for us, can have some novelty, some new vibes. Do you understand what am I talking about?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true. I totally agree.
I agree with
Although
that. Yeah.
there are some things that I wouldn't want to go back in time. For example, televisions.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like using an old one there, but there's certain things that definitely will always come back and will stay interesting for the next generations.
Exactly. Specifically new generations who do not know what is going on. They open their eyes, iPad. They open their eyes, robots, drones, computers, advanced technology. Yeah, yeah. I am from the generation of Super Mario, Micro Atari.
Yeah.
Now, how can I explain Micro Atari to new generation? They cannot, they go crazy, man. They cannot they cannot understand it. Yeah.
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 True.
Thank you very much for your statement. Let's go back to Ms. Anapia about question number 4. It says, what do you think of your country's architecture? Is it modern, traditional, minimalist, as you are in favor of? What sort of architecture does your country have?
I think my country was part of the Soviet community, so I can say that we have a Soviet architecture one.
Okay, the Soviet architecture is modern or still traditional?
Their constructivism, rationalism, and article like that, which is a mixture of article, empire, and eclecticism, like that.
I see. Oh, there are a lot of isms. I am unaware of them. Yes, interesting, interesting. Thank you very much. Now let's talk to Mr. Abdul about the same question. How about your country in general? Is there any modern architecture, a lot of modern architecture, or let's say traditional architecture?
So in India, we're not much modern like other country. So we can say our India is traditional. Like if you visit our India, you can see our Taj Mahal or other temples as traditional.
Yes, yes, that is true. That is true. Very
Yes.
good.
Yes. Yeah.
It is more of like combination of tradition and modern. In some areas, modern, in some areas, traditional.
Yes.
Right?
Modern mean our building is not much modern, but in village, they make their home by mud.
Ah,
Clay.
really? Very, very old and traditional.
Yes, sir.
I see. Okay, thank you. The next person, yeah, the next person is Guillermo. Can you hear me, man, about the same question?
Yeah, I can hear. Well, currently I live in Lima, capital of Peru.
Yeah.
Well, in my country, we can find traditional architecture.
Yeah.
And this appear like a Spain's architecture, because my country in last decades was conquered by that country. That's country, right?
I see.
Yeah, and I could, and we can find so many church like Spain, no? Like in Spain.
It's in a Spanish, let's say, design or architecture, or
Yeah,
I don't know how to put it. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Well, it's similar. Also, the buildings are similar.
Similar to that.
Yeah.
To that concept.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I can see Roy here. Roy, how are you, man? You're a bit
hello,
late.
teacher.
We
I'm
have
doing great.
amazing, a little bit of time left. But of course, this is
How are you doing?
So far, so good. Yeah. Although we are tired, we are still alive, still working. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, and we're glad to know that.
That is amazing. Thank you for joining. Of course, we have limited time again, but speaking of architecture, very briefly, could you please talk about the architecture of your country as well as your own favorite type of architecture? Let's say, are you in favor of modern architecture or traditional one? Could you please talk about these two questions?
That's very good and very explained, I think, topic today. But I think I am not acquainted with these traditional architectures. But here we have a temple here. It's very close to us, and the design of the temple, it's really so amazing, and even it's traditional, and maybe 100 or 200 years ago it was built, and now it's okay, but it's really explained it. But I think nowadays people are in favor of this modern architecture, because we usually don't get any architectures like we got in our ancient time. So I think I like the traditional architectures most, but I also like the modern one.
Yeah.
And I don't know that what I mostly suffer. I mean,
yeah, it changes.
Yes.
Sometimes it depends. For speaking of myself, if you want to ask, I would personally say that, if I don't care about the modernity or traditional thing, if the design is really beautiful, I'm in favor of that. Why not? I don't care about. Yeah, there are lots of really beautiful traditional architecture that they are really amazing. And I really want to look, I really want to just dive into that art and design and everything, or vice versa.
Yeah,
it can be modern.
And one thing, and one thing in your blog, maybe I was that in your YouTube channel, that you showed us a video where you visited somewhere maybe, and that was a very outstanding architecture that I saw in your Istanbul.
Yeah, exactly. Istanbul is really big and full of, it is so hectic. There are a lot of different types of cultures and mentality, as well as design, architecture, everything. Yeah, very colorful city. Yeah.
Really?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you, man. Now let's go back to the next question, which is question number 5, talking to Ms. What was her name? Yeah, Anapia. It says, what are some buildings around where you live that you like? Any kind of building. It can be like any specific places, hospital, museum, cafes, restaurants that you enjoy looking at them, watching them. I don't know, observing them.
I think it's hospital.
Hospital.
Yes. So yes, hospital has a minimalistic style.
Really?
Because I like. Yeah. It's
very good. So you mean that
when I see this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, when I see this hospital, I say I think that it look like Korean hospital because I like style.
You like Korean style. I see. Okay, that is amazing and also very interesting. Now let's talk to Mr. Abdul about the same question. Question number 5.
I like Victoria Memorial that is situated in Kolkata, where Queen Victoria made it.
Really?
For living one day in Kolkata.
For one day only.
Yes, sir. It's made Queen Victoria.
Is it open to the public? I mean, can you go and visit?
Yes,
like a museum, right? Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Sir. It's very beautiful place.
Yeah.
I like it.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yes, sir. Also, I like Taj Mahal that made by Shah Jahan.
Yeah,
it's
of course.
One of the 7 wonders.
That of course, that is symbolic also. Symbol of India.
Yes, sir. I like it.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. The next person is Mr. Guillermo. About the same question. 5.
Okay. Yeah. Recently in my country, inaugurates a museum. Well, I like the style of the building. It's really amazing because when you arrive that space, you can find area verdes in the entrance. Well, in the interior of the museum, you can find a very ornate painting and other objects, or I could say object. Well, it's very illuminate in there.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I consider.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. And finally, Mr. Roy, about the same question, question 5.
Yeah, I think I already answered. I already talked about the temple very close to us, and it's the traditional one. I like it very much. Mostly we go there and visit with our friends. We hang out there.
Yeah.
And I've been, this is a beautiful place. People from different parts, they come to visit and watch it, to see it, and to observe its beauty. But mostly, I want to ask. Here's an Indian guy.
Yeah.
So I want to ask this Indian guy and you, teacher, my son.
Yeah.
About, have you ever been to Taj Mahal in India?
Unfortunately, no. Not me. Not me.
I've heard about it a lot because it's design, interior design, and